Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back. And in this video, just want to do a little bit of an announcement, is that I did not forget about doing the new account. I still haven't been able to get it set up. I intended to give that account away to somebody, and so I'm wondering when to hear back from that person, if that person will take over the account for at least 5 days to make it worthwhile to do an entire series on that. Now, another thing is that coming next week for about 10 or 12 days, it's probably not going to be more than one video per upload, even though we're getting New Year's and a Carnival Part 2 or whatever the case is with the banners and the way things are going. Probably not going to be more than the one video upload per day. I'm going to be very pressed for time, and it's going to be a little bit difficult for me. But with that being said, we have details for INT LR Jackie Chun. We got EZA details for the World Tournament AGL Piccolo Jr. My Junior, right? He's called my Junior. No, he's Piccolo Jr. As well as a Dokkan Awakening for the movie Boujack Unbound long-haired Trunks. And frankly speaking, there's a lot to go over, so I'm gonna try and do this very quickly. I am gonna compare the previous for the LR Jackie Chun and for the Piccolo, but I'm gonna do this really quickly because I don't think many of you will want to stick around for about 45 minutes for this. So, LR Jackie Chun has the leader skill of World Tournament category Key +4, going from 130% stats to 150% to stats. The 12 key, the Bankoku Bikuri Sho, goes from just raising defense for one turn, which is 30%, to raising attack and defense, both 30%, and from a 50% chance of stunning the enemy to a great chance, so to 70% for the 12 key. So that's really good. Then we have the... Give me a moment here. Then we have the Champion Kick, goes from raising attack for one turn and causing Mega Colossal damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. It still has that high chance of stunning the enemy and the same damage multiplier, but now it raises attack and defense by 30% for 4 turns. Okay. Then we have the passive. So Key +4 is now Key +4 and 180% to attack and defense. The World Tournament category support buff, which was 3 key and 50% attack and defense, now is for Battle of Wits as well. The previous had 120% attack and defense, and now attacks are effective against all types, which is huge because this is considered a free-to-play LR, so you can bring him in on many teams for these restricted stages. So this is really good. Then we have... This is entirely new here. When there is another World Tournament or Battle of Wits category ally attacking in the same turn, launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. And then for every super attack performed, used to be 20% attack up to 60, now it's 1 key up to 4 and 50% attack and defense up to 150%. And that will ratchet up pretty quickly, so long as you can get super attacks off. And we'll see about that, really, because he doesn't have a guaranteed additional super attack in his passive. So then we have, for every attack received, used to be 20% defense up to 60%. Now it's also 1 key up to 4 and 50% attack and defense up to 150%. So this could get ratcheted up really quickly. Then, when activating the active skill, or when attacking with 24 ki, once you get all these passives filled up, he's literally sitting at 12 ki before the leader skills, which if you do +4 leader skills, he's sitting at 20. So that will happen relatively quickly. He gains an additional 100% attack and defense. Then we have this part, when receiving an attack from an enemy who is hit by the character's Ultra Super attack. Used to be 50% damage reduction rate, now it's that plus 100% defense, which is really good for post-super defending. Then we have here the active skill. The active skill never changes whatsoever. Still going to be the same. The activation condition, on the other hand... No, the activation condition is still the same. It's just formatted differently. Because I have it smaller. That's all. Okay, on to the Piccolo here. So, Piccolo's leader skill was 3 ki for AGL and 70% to stats. Now it's 100% to stats. Post EZA. Then the super explosive wave, the super attack, goes from greatly raising defense 50% and a 50% chance to stun to now having 50% attack as well for 1 turn. Then we have the passive. Now the passive is huge already, pre-EZA. So this thing absolutely reads like a affidavit. It's just huge. Okay, so ki +2 and 150% to attack and defense is now 200% to attack and defense. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack and a 50% chance of performing a critical hit. And then we have tournament participants or total school category enemy. He gains 2 ki and 150% to attack and defense, and that is the same, but it now includes tournament participants. It was originally Turtle School. This is, again, new. When facing only one enemy, launches a guaranteed additional super attack and has guaranteed guard, which is really good. That, I think, replaced when the enemy is in attack or defense lower status or stunned. I think that replaces that. Then we have, before attacking with 12 or more ki, a 70% chance of evading the enemy's attack within the turn. Really cool to see that. And then when attacking with 12 or more ki, 200% attack and defense. So some survivability there before getting the chance to attack. So that's really good. And then we have this part of the passive, which is when attacking with 12 or more ki, starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn. Used to be 200% attack once only and guaranteed stun for 2 turns once only. Now it's 250% attack, 150% defense once only, a guaranteed crit, and a guaranteed stun for 2 turns as well. Then we have, when attacking with 12 or more ki, starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry turn, 150% attack and a seal for 2 turns. Now is 200% attack, 100% defense, guaranteed crit, and seals the enemy super attack for 2 turns. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. But this is a lot of stuff to keep track of. And then when attacking with 12 or more ki, starting from the 9th turn from the character's entry turn, pre-EZA is 100% attack. Now it's going to be 150% attack and 50% defense and a guaranteed seal. So, if we're looking at this objectively, we don't want to put crit, we want to put max additional and then maybe the rest crit, or maybe the rest to be dodge or something along those lines. However you would like to build your Piccolo would make sense here, because once the 9th turn happens, you're sealing anytime you attack. Not that many of these endgame bosses are susceptible to seal. Okay, then we have the Trunks information. So the Trunks is Super INT, Key +3, and 90% to stats. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn with a 50% chance of stunning the enemy. And then we go into the essay. 200% attack and defense, changes physical key spheres to rainbow key spheres. A 50% chance of evading the enemy's attack, and then a movie heroes or hybrid Saiyans category allies key +2, 60% attack and 40% defense. Interesting. Then for every rainbow key sphere obtained, 50% attack and defense up to 150%. Now, I do not know if this is permanent, and this could be done over several turns, because it doesn't say anything about it being stuck to within the turn. Then a chance of performing a critical hit of +10% up to 30%, and a additional 5% chance of evading the enemy's attack up to 15%. So that would be up to 65% there. And then when there is another movie heroes or hybrid Saiyans category ally attacking in the same turn, launches an additional super attack and 50% attack and defense up to 150%, and chance of performing a critical hit 10% up to 30%, and chance of evading enemy's attack 5% up to 50% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Okay. This is understandable that it's within that turn, and it's not going to be permanent, because it says when there is another movie heroes or hybrid Saiyans category ally attacking in the same turn. Again, there is that little leeway. There might be that it isn't. The way I believe this is playing out, it might be permanent for the rest of the fight. We'll have to see. Then, when attacking with 12 or more key, 200% attack and defense, 200% defense with 1 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, and 200% attack additionally with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. Remember, you're trying to get 3 at least for the first time. I don't know if this is going to be subsequent, but you're trying to get at least 3, so that should be activated. But this is stuck behind him attacking first, and I do not like that much. But then again, this is a World Tournament unit, so I don't really expect that with these units. Then when there is an extreme class enemy, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, INT and physical excluded, to rainbow key spheres. So it goes from physical to rainbow, and then it goes to INT, to changing an additional type of key spheres outside of INT and physical to rainbow key spheres. So that would make it much easier to get your 3 rainbow key spheres. All in all, there is one common denominator between these 3 units. They're all on tournament participants. They are all on tournament participants. At first I was looking at this unit like, why isn't he on Android Cell Saga? But that's because it's post-Android Cell Saga. It's the Boujack movie. So there is the information for the battle at the Intergalactic World Tournament Trunks Teen, the Flash of Loathing for Peace Piccolo Jr., and the climax of the World Tournament Jackie Chun. Please let me know what you think about these EZA'S as well as Dokkan Awakening for the Trunks in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for coming to watch the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed. If you are new here, if you haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Stay warm, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Chun signing out.